Welcome back. Previously, we have installed the zip file of JavaScript, right? From that, copy and paste your second file. So in my case, I have done here. So here, this file, just go ahead and copy paste. In my laptop, I'm going to delete this final file, but you can keep it. So I'm going to start with the starter file here. So let me just go ahead and open this index.html with Google Chrome. And also let's start a new file in the Visual Studio Code. So let's go to Visual Studio Code. So here we are going to open a new file that which we will be going into the session 2. So for this, go into files. Yeah, we got our fundamentals, right? So in the starter file, we have index and JS. So we have our HTML code here and we have our JavaScript file here. And as you can see here, the script JavaScript JS script file is already linked to the index.html. So let's align our page here. Yes, okay. Here we'll go into the JavaScript file. So here the strict mode in JS, basically what is a strict mode? So the strict mode in JS makes us easier to write JavaScript code to activate. So let's write this code here. So we'll use in the, so we'll write the code here, use strict. So this always needs to be the top of the file and it needs to be starting file. If you write this code anywhere between the file, it won't work. And before to it, if you want, you can use this comment stack. JavaScript will allow the comment stack. Before that, any text, so it won't be useful here. If any code before it, it won't work. So only the comments are allowed. So basically it helps us to avoid accidental errors. So first thing, it forbids the users to do certain things, and second thing, it creates the visible errors, and it will actually create visible errors to us in certain situations without strict mode. JavaScript will simply fail silently without letting us know that we didn't make a mistake. To make more clear, let's write an example here, right? So let's write an example here. We'll use let as driver and size. So we are going to do this in a Boolean value, and here we are going to use a constant. Here we want to do true value. So we are going to use here if statement. In the if statement, we'll use Boolean. So pass test here, the value is true or false, right? So if the if statement gives us a result in true or false, so it is a Boolean value. Here pass true. So we write. So I am just making here wantedly a mistake by doing the typo error here. As you can see, wantedly did this mistake to show you how it works. So we'll turn this into true. Okay. And also if as driver license console.log, I can drive. Okay. As you can see here, when I click on this variable, you can see it is getting highlighted. So here I did a mistake, right? So it is not getting highlighted. So for better understanding, let me just turn it off here. So here when I try to go click the output, so there is no output here. So let me just go back and undo this. See, as you can see here, as driver license is not defined in the line 6. So here in the line 6, we did a mistake, right? So we wanted to did a mistake, right? Driver license. See, now it gets all corrected. So See here, now I got an output. So now it works. It indicates us where we have done the mistake. So it identifies the error then and there itself. And also in the strict mode, here we can get an unexpected strict mode reserved for words like example. Let me give an example. Constant interface equals to. So in JS file, when you run this, automatically it will give a syntax error because in JS file, interface is a reserved word. So basically this in JavaScript is a reserved word. Here a feature. So by reserving this kind of words, it will make the JavaScript easier to implement features in the further. So, and also there is one more thing. Oh, instead of this word, there is also one more word. So let me just show you. It is called as private. So const, as you can see, strict mode is a reserved mode, as you can see here. Private is also a reserved mode. So you cannot use interface and private and these kind of words for the variable name. These are strictly reserved for other purposes. So as we go along with the course, we can see what are their purposes. And also, so this private is reserved because in future private fields and classes or in some other places, even in language, they want to use this word. So these are reserved. We cannot use them for variables. And also something like we can say constant if. So this is also reserved word, as you can see. If we cannot be written here because we have already declared in our C. See, here you are getting if cannot be declared because we have already used the if statement here. So there are other things as well we haven't learned about it yet. They are the functions, objects, settings, priorities on primitive values and many more. And I will mention them later in this course. So for now in this course, we'll make sure to turn on this strict mode compulsorily while using so that your code and my code will always be same. So that's it for this lecture. I'll see you in the next one.